Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
I read something out yesterday that I found on the Brooke Shields platform, Beginning is Now, for women who are kind of entering their third chapter of their lives, I think. And it said what the mental load of a woman can look like and how maybe we need to reevaluate it. But this is often what the mental load is. You should have just asked, tell me what to do and I'll do it. I don't know what needs to be done. I can do it if you give me a list. You never asked. And it says the mental load is the worry work, a term for the invisible labour involved in managing a household and a family that typically falls on a woman's shoulders. The mental load is about being the one in charge of having the never-ending list of to-do items, remembering what needs to be done, delegating. Therein is an exhaustion and a burnout that comes with that. A couple of the comments that were on the back of this, I appreciate when my husband says I'll cook dinner, but the next question is, what are we having? So you have to still do the thinking, the shopping, the planning, etc. Another comment that I found very interesting was someone saying, do we do this to ourselves as women? Because we say it's just easier if I do it. She says we set this up for ourselves at the beginning because in the beginning we want to be easygoing. Easygoing is an asset. Getting life done was behind the scenes. You didn't want to look troublesome, difficult, fussy, naggy. Now as a couple, it's interwoven. This toxic cycle starts and becomes tragic. So sometimes it's woven into our relationships and it's hard to break free. I got this email from Samantha who emailed us yesterday saying, it really hit home for me when you spoke about writing the list and it brought me to tears. I'm a 52-year-old woman. I work full-time. I volunteer 2 weekends a month for a charity that supports Australian farmers. I've got 3 boys, 18, 20 and 22, all living at home. My husband's always saying, write a list of the jobs you need doing. But even to start the list is so overwhelming as there's so much that needs to be done. I suffer from arthritis, which I've had since the age of 2. I've got 2 titanium knees and the hips won't be far off. I'd love to host a dinner party, but I'm too embarrassed to have people over when there's so much that needs to be done around the house and I'm physically unable to complete the jobs. I wanted to say thank you for acknowledging the importance and need for more support for women in our own homes. But it's interesting because we'd have to sometimes lower our standards and let other people do things for us. Hey, boys, put your washing away, even though it sits on a stair for a week. Hey, can you go shopping, even though you don't get all the quality of the ingredients I really want? We have set this toxic situation often up for ourselves, and now it's really hard to break free. So as we said yesterday, if you see something, guys, that needs doing, please do it. Don't wait for the list because as Samantha says here, even writing the list can feel overwhelming.
Well, so men don't like lists. As soon as you get a list of stuff.
That's right. Men don't like being given a list.
No.
But without a list, nothing gets done.
Well, it depends. Like at my house, it gets all done. But, I've got a different relationship.
Because you're a doer.
I get a lot of stuff done.
You're proactive.
But I've got ADD as well. So I see something, there's a loose problem with me, with my house. I'll walk along, I'll see like a light bulb's out, right, fix that. So I'm on the way fixing the light bulb, I notice the stairs a little bit loose. Okay, I'll fix that. So I'm doing about 50 jobs at once.
They're the jobs that in the old terms are boy jobs, in the old terms.
But then I'll be cooking tea.
You do cook tea.
I do the shopping and do all that stuff. So, Helen does the washing and like we've got a good relationship in that way. She does the washing and stuff like that. I'm not allowed to go near the washing machine because...
And you don't like her coming into the kitchen when you're cooking?
No, she doesn't choose to come into the kitchen. The only trouble we have is the dishwasher.
But you're a different
we've
kind
gone down that path many times.
That's a different kind of relationship.
Yeah.
I think you would find that 80% of families, the woman carries the burden of this stuff.
Sure.
And maybe it is our own fault. At some point we need to drop our standards, unpick the toxicity of this situation and put up with things not being perfect and let it just roll.
See, my wife said she dropped her standards when she married me. So where does that put us?
Where does that put us? Very interesting. And thank you for your email, Samantha.